Sean, with the focus of attention being at Scottsville on Saturday, you returned to racing at Turffontein on Sunday with There Can Only Be One in the first race.
Yes, a filly that I think will probably need that type of track to find a top gear late. Hopefully she'll be running on well.
Alec, we start off in the second on Sunday with a horse called Flying High.
Flying High, she's a lovely little filly. One of my favourite stallions, Jackpot, and she's all fire. She wants to run. Last time I think she went a little bit quick and got nailed on the line. But this is a straight 6 furlong, and I expect her to win here.
I think a reasonable debut. I think this is quite a tough field. I mean, she must have an each way chance, and I expect a good run, but as I said, it looks really competitive.
Gov, you start in race 3 with a pair of Me and Mr Cuddles, both with not bad form at all.
Not bad. I've been mildly disappointed with both, though. I thought one of them, or if not both, would have found the winner's box by now. But they're in good form, and they're very well fit and healthy. So, I just like things to go their way a little bit. Me's been, he hasn't been quite finishing off his races like I thought he would. If there's a decent pace here and he's sort of in touch, then I think he's a lively runner. And the same with Mr Cuddles. He's a nice little horse, sound, and it's his third run now since gelding, and I think he'll be, spot on. Yeah, look, a horse was, sitting fourth, let the front three get completely away. But when I say completely away, like 10 lengths clear on the inside track. And they weren't really stopping from the front that day anyway. And of course, he was caught behind, and you couldn't go round, you couldn't go through, you couldn't do anything, so to sit and wait. And Gavin said it was a good run. So it is better than that run, and 10 lengths back doesn't look good, but it was much better than that.
Yeah, Gold Sense is in one of those fillies, lower rated fillies races, and her last run she won well in the maiden, and she went a bit south, but her last run wasn't a bad run. She actually didn't finish far away, and she continuously balked for a run. So I think she could have gone closer, and I'm hoping she gets the 2,000. It's a little bit further, but she doesn't give too much away at home, so you're not confident. And I think it's sort of these sort of races, as I said, they're not strong. So I'm hoping for the best.
Yeah, I thought Big Myth won a really good race last time and was well handled by the apprentice. Out of sight, I think, has got scope for improvement.
Of the two, do you have any particular preference?
I think Big Myth has got the current form, and she's probably better handicapped than the other filly, but it wouldn't surprise me to see it come the other way.
Yeah, she's actually a full sister to Rex Chestnut, and I always thought very, very highly of him. I don't think he achieved half of what he should have done, but she's a smart filly. I think a lot of her. I think Nathan's claim on her will help. Being a 3-year-old against the older horses over ground, and I think she's a pretty easy ride too. So I'd like to see her run well. I think she will. She's working beautifully, so I think an obvious chance.
A very good run from Poor Man's Lady last time out. She's knocking at the door any day now, surely.
Yeah, especially she ran a bit wide around the bend. It's 2,000 metres, which is a stretch for her. If she stays, she's definitely got a big chance.
Hit for 6, probably better than that last start.
He is limited. It was maybe a poor performance, but at the end of the day, he is limited. Just hoping for the best there.
Indy Ice, he's a promising sort, stays well, beautiful looking individual.
Yeah, he ran a nice race last time. The average mid rating of the race was 76 or something, and I think today Sunday's is 66. So it's a drop in class. He was out of his ground last time and still ran on nicely. We expect him to be a bit closer this time, and I think he's a big runner.
Yeah, it's not a big field. Peril Alec, she won well first time blinkers, and then it doesn't seem to make as much difference anymore. She lost her way, but we given her a bit of a break, and she can come out fresh. She may be just short of a gallop, but I'm hoping for a decent run. And the other fillies had an even longer break. Circle of Latitude, she had to have fetlock surgery, and she's never been a track horse, so I don't know what to expect. She's fit enough. She's certainly fit enough because it's been a while that we've been getting her ready. And if she was, both of them, if they're thereabouts, and including in the pick six, I'm making you spend money, I suppose. But I think Circle of Age is a fairly classy filly. And then Peril Alec, if she finds her best foot.
Two fillies with ability, Hafler and Viva Pepper, represent you in the 7th.
Yeah, I think a nice coupling. Both gave good accounts of themselves. I mean, Hafler, if she breaks well, she's probably the right horse of the coupling, but Viva Pepper ups her game at the right time, and she seems to be a course and distance specialist, or this seems to be her best course and distance, let's put it that way.
She ran a cracker, only beaten a length from a very wide draw. She's much better drawn this time, dropping class. If the run hasn't taken too much out of her, which it appears not to have, then she must have a big chance.
Okay, I'm surmising that the same might not be true of Almutawakkil, because even though there wasn't a huge amount of money for him, he impressed me. I thought it was a really good win in his debut.
Yes, I think it was a good win, Andrew. I mean, you know, sometimes you get races that go perfectly well for horses, and sometimes they just go horribly wrong. This race couldn't have gone any better. The horse he had to beat missed the break, and I think the jockey thought it was a false start, didn't even persevere with the horse, and the inside lane just sort of opened up for this horse, and he was able to, you know, go through the gears as he needed to do. I mean, this is a big step up in class. If I look at the placed horses in that race, there's not really much to write home about. Obviously, we do think he's a nice colt. I think he will get to his best over 2,000. Hopefully, he gives us another surprise.
So this is just basically to make him stronger and to give him more experience.
Yes, but it's not to say that he hasn't got a chance. It's just to say that I know the best is to come over a lot further.
Yeah, Armstrong, definitely been looking for this 14 on the bend. He'll be competitive. Criminal Judgment will need the run. He's had a long layoff. And only to win, if she can produce her best, she's definitely got a place chance.
Marvellous. And then you put the lid on the day with Top Rank, who's number 2 in the 8th race, and Chase Mahjongg.
Yeah, he's also been, you know, slightly disappointing, but he had a sore back, and I think he's very much better now. And, you know, he's the type of horse, he's got the quality to go close in a race like that. I mean, he's run close to much stronger. And I know he's got 60.5, but he's got a good draw. And I think he's a good runner.
You finish off the afternoon in race 8 with horse number 9, Mutrib, with Dylan Arena.
Yeah, we thought he would need the run a bit more than he did. He surprised us by winning, coming back from a rest. So, you know, I don't want to stick my head out now and say that he's well and will run a big race. He's quite lazy at home. He doesn't quite show you what he does on the course. So hopefully he can reproduce that last performance. Dylan seemed to get along well with him, and his well-being is spot on. So we're hoping for the best.
A reasonable coupling. It's a competitive field. I think that Lal certainly gets the best out of Aurora Australis, and this course and distance should suit him down to the ground. Tristan Vortex, his first run in Joburg was excellent, and I just think he found himself too far back last time out, but we're looking for a good run here again.
Well, again, it's a lowly rated race. Skiminiak, he's been to the lead in a few runs. We've got the with the pacifiers on. He's easier to handle. I mean, otherwise he's a little bit of a tearaway. And then his last start, he didn't drop the bit. He went hard, and he tried to stay there, and he just had to get run out of it. So it wasn't as bad a run. I think he's drawn 1, which is a big advantage. So you don't have to chase him out the gates, and he can be handy. He likes to be handy because he's that sort of runner. But I'll make him a decent runner. He's quite well. He's in this race, dropping in the weights. I think he's a runner.